episode of Rebuilding Portsmouth. Now, in our last episode, I got very, very angry, and I'd like to apologise just because I was just so angry at the game, and it happens sometimes, and I'm sure you can understand, anyone who plays the game, how angry you can get sometimes when things like that just happen, and it just feels like it's gone, no, you are not allowed to win, and no matter what you do, we're going to make sure that you don't, and it sucks, but we have to move on from that, and that's what I've tried to do this month. Now, I wanted to start off as well with a bit of admin, because, you know, everyone loves admin. So firstly, my question of the day, I haven't done this for like a week or two, and I've been forgetting about it, and I really do want to get back into doing this because I like doing this sort of thing. So my question of the day is, in light of what's happened in the previous week in the FA Cup, what do you think is the biggest FA Cup shock of all time? Is it Bradford knocking out Chelsea? Is it Wrexham beating Arsenal? Was it Bournemouth Man United? Was it Sutton United Coventry City, I think it was? Was it Luton Town Norwich City? What do you think is the biggest FA Cup upset of all time, or just biggest upset? You know, just let's broaden it out. Let's go for biggest upset. Right, next bit of admin. 100th episode will be coming up soon, which I will be doing a live com month. I'm not entirely sure not a live com month, like a live com episode. I don't know when that's exactly going to fall. If we were to go out against Bayer Leverkusen in this round of the Champions League, which I'm hoping we don't, then it would fall as the final month of the season, basically. So you'd get a decent amount of games and potentially some quite interesting stuff going on in it. So that's what it is at the moment, but it is subject to change depending on where we go in certain competitions. So yeah, there's that basically. Also, my FIFA channel, I have launched a new FIFA channel. There's nothing actually on it yet. I've just got it set up for when I actually do. I've been a little bit busy with other stuff at the moment. Plus, I need to get decent enough at the game so I can have it on a decent difficulty level. Otherwise, it's not worth watching. And, you know, if I can't at least be on world class, then there's no point in doing it. So I need to get better at that as well and sort that stuff out. But I am going to put a link to it in the description to this video. So if you do want to go over and subscribe to that channel preemptively for when I do start uploading videos, can't tell you exactly when yet because I don't exactly know, but it will be soonish. Then feel free to go ahead. It's not got a proper name or anything because YouTube won't let you just yet, but I'll change that when I get the chance. So yeah, go over and subscribe to that if that's the sort of thing that's going to interest you, and awesome. Right, well, the last thing as well is someone wanted to see, and a few people have wanted to see this, to be fair, wanted to see how Liverpool are doing in the Championship. Well, this is how Liverpool are doing in the Championship. They are top of it, and I'm not exactly surprised there. With the squad that Liverpool had, I would have been very shocked if they didn't automatically get promoted again. And with 32 games into that season, they're 16 points clear of dropping out of the promotion spots. And you notice Gillingham are in the Championship now, as are Plymouth and Oxford. It's good. It's looking nice. We're a few years into this save now, so of course you're going to get stuff like that. But I'm not surprised Liverpool are up where they are, frankly. So there you go. That's Liverpool at the moment. I don't know who's managing them at the moment, though. Who is managing Liverpool? Probably someone. So Zidane is actually surprisingly still the manager of Liverpool. Bear in mind, they went from being like having decent seasons, like 4th, 3rd, 5th, to coming 18th. I don't know what happened, but it happened, that is for sure. So there you go. They've still got the draw of being Liverpool, though, so they will come back up, and I'm sure they'll do just fine in their first season. So Jordan Henderson is Liverpool captain, which is interestingly looking like it's going to mirror real life. He's also the key player, and they've got a guy here, a Belgian guy called Dino Arslanagic. I don't know. And Eddie Farron is their young youth prospect. So there you go, Liverpool fans have been bugging me. Not bugging me, what am I doing? I love doing this sort of stuff. So if you do have any more things like that and things you want to see, then just drop them in and I will try and show you guys in episodes. And if not, then I will tell you or do a screenshot for you in the YouTube comments. So let's get into this month. Now, we had QPR away in the next game, and you know how I hate playing against QPR. We did manage to beat them earlier this season, but I had a bad feeling about this. They're bottom of the league, bear in mind, or they certainly were going into this game, and would you believe it? Well, of course, it happened, didn't it? Oh, we to be fair, we were a little bit hamstrung from a very early stage in this game because the game was not satisfied with getting 2 red cards against Chelsea. It decided, no, considering our discipline has actually been fairly decent over the last couple of seasons, and I've not changed anything regarding that. All of a sudden, 3 red cards in 2 games. This one was a straight red as well. QPR did actually take the lead with their first shot of the game. Where have we heard that before? And they should have won the game anyway, I have to say. But the problem was, you know, we were actually doing okay up until the red card. It's a good hit, but maybe the keeper should have done a bit better. Jordan Much with a good finish there for QPR, only his 3rd goal of the season. Then Yanko got himself sent off on 24 minutes, and from then on it was just a case of, right, we're clearly not going to get anything from this game now, and QPR just kept breaking on us. We had to keep going for it as best we could, but from that moment on I knew we were going to end up losing our 3rd straight league game ball play through here, and Jordan Much just rolls it into an empty net. essentially, on 28 minutes, and it's 2-0 QPR, and I'm just in tatters at this point. They're bottom of the league, and I know we're away, but it sucked. We got a little bit of respite, a little bit of sort of luck here, essentially, on the 61st minute when Lopez Sousa just whacks one long here. Sorry, I think he's going to whack one long in a minute. I'm pretty certain that's what happens anyway. We've scored a couple of very strange goals this month, basically, so it's hard to keep track. I'm pretty certain that Lopez Sousa provides the assist on this one, though. Or is it Wallace? Oh, no, it's Wallace. Wallace's ball over the top. Millington in here, and it's a decent finish from Millington. Despite our poor form as of late, he has not stopped getting the goals. It's his 26th goal of the season. Not in the league, obviously. I think he's got 24 in the league, which is still bloody impressive. But it was a defeat, and that's the last thing we wanted, because that's 3 defeats in a row, and suddenly everyone was catching up with us. And going into our next game away at Nottingham Forest, because of us playing the day after, we were actually slipping to 5th in the league. Stoke, Spurs, Chelsea, right on our tail now, and it was starting to get a little bit dicey. Thankfully, and I say thankfully because I had a team meeting after that and was just like, no, we're not doing that crap again. We're not losing this. We're not having a poor run like that ever again this season. We need to get at least. I want to finish in the top 4 again. We need to get Champions League next year to keep the save going, kind of in the role. Like, our expectation is only to get like top 6, but I really want to get 4th. But against Forest, early stages of the game, Norman Millington doing what he does best, Santos providing what he does best, which is a cross, Millington scoring his 27th of the season, and suddenly we're 1-0 up, and we're cruising at this point, like, lots of clear-cut chances, having a great game, but when what happens now starts to happen, I just think, right, it's going to be more of that, is it? And yeah, it was. Joe Allen, long-range effort, great goal, but first shot of the game. And you feel like it's all going to come back down again, and you're going to end up back in the same problem. And if anything, it actually got slightly worse for us in this game. Like, they did start to play a little bit better once Joe Allen had scored, and they did have a couple of chances after that. I don't know what Poulsen's doing with his legs in the midfield, but I'm enjoying it. I don't know about you. Ball played up here. Reginaldo, ball through, and Poulsen just dinks it in, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, Forest are beating us. And I was ready to blow a gasket just like yesterday at this point, because we are in serious, we couldn't afford to lose this one. 4 losses in a row, and we could seriously be facing the threat of dropping out of the top 6. And thankfully, though, in the 63rd minute, I mean, there was only one man who was going to be the hero for us today, and that is Super Lord Norman Millington. And that's exactly what it did. Santos's ball was a poor one on this occasion. To be fair, Forest's the 4th goal that we scored, I feel a bit sorry for him. That looked like a foul by Marcelo, though, I have to say. Some lovely 1-2s, though, from Musonda and Millington. Millington with a big tackle there. He can really give it out up front. Lucarelli's ball in, cleared. Marcelo back on the ball, whips it in, comes short, and what a finish from Charlie Musonda. Genuinely one of the... He's still such a great creative player. So, yeah. I don't want to get rid of him. I can't get rid of him and Griffiths. I'm thinking Musonda's got at least one more season in him. Maybe the end of next season he might have to take his leave, but at the moment he's still got plenty in him, so that leveled the game up. And not very long after that, thankfully, we did sort of up our tempo a little bit, go a bit more attacking. Great tackle there from Charlie Taylor, who, well, he won't be leaving the club in the summer, but he certainly won't be our starter next year, I hope. Musonda there, and a great tackle again from Milton Peralta, who'd come on as a sub in this game, and I think he changed the game for me. Some of the things he did was superb. Ball through here, and Millington makes it 3-2 with his 2nd of the night and his 28th goal of the season. What a player. Another brace for him, and all is well. Then, with like 10 minutes to go, Forest got a little bit unlucky. I was still worried about what was going to happen here, but Assenhuis drops it off to Lopez Sousa. Long ball through, 3 defenders to deal with it. Oh no, they've not dealt with it. And Norman Millington has scored himself a hat-trick. Another hat-trick for Norman Millington in the league as well this time. That's his 26 league goals in 26 league games. And any other season except this one, that would see you as top scorer. But Robson of Manchester City has got 34 goals in the league. And we've still got 12 games left. He's going to hit 40 in the league this season. Probably even more than that. And it's going to be insane because he's a ridiculous player. Someone pointed out he looks like he's got demon eyes. And I think he's a demon in front of goal. He's a perv for a goal. And, yeah. Now, that got us back on the right track. And we, of course, had Chelsea in the FA Cup next. And for me, anything but losing like we did in the last game would have sufficed. But, we purged our demons. I went with our 2-striker system again. I'm trying it out in the Cup this year to see if next year, once we've got it a bit more fluid, we can try and use it a bit more. My giddy aunt. What a performance. Chelsea... took 70 minutes to have a shot on target. 13 minutes into this game, we were just so good. We just pressured them. Every time they cleared it, it came back to us, ball through here, and Burrell made it 1-0 on 13 minutes. It's good to see Ali Burrell getting a goal and getting some games, and hopefully next season, if we do use this system more, which I'm tempted to, we should see a lot, maybe in home games, if we're really confident, we'll go 2 strikers up top, because we should be even stronger next season. So in theory, it should work out nicely for us. So expect to see a lot more of Ali Burrell next season. And the reason I like Ali Burrell is because he's a key player technically, but he's never once complained about not getting first team football, and that is the kind of players that seem to be rare on this game this year. So I'm very keen to hold on to him. Ball play through again here. Burrell's shot was blocked, and Wallace turned in the rebound. You notice we had 7 clear-cut chances against Chelsea. We were carving them apart in this game. They had one good chance which Rodrigo fluffed over the bar, and it was like a purging of our demons from that previous game. And look at this for men over, with just the sheer pace of which the attack went there. It comes to Gomez, and it's 3-0, and that's actually put us through into an FA Cup quarter-final. And I had a look at the teams that are left. We are the best side left in the FA Cup. I'm not even kidding. We were drawn away in the next round against Fulham. That's winnable. We do seem to do really well against Fulham. So if we can win that, we'll be in an FA Cup semi-final. And I'd like to point out that of the 4 teams left in the Cup this year, there are 4 Championship side. 4 teams left. Of the 8 teams left in the Cup, 4 of them, I believe, are from the Championship. So yeah. In fact, let's just take a little look at the next round. So Watford against Milton Keynes, MK Dons. That is all Championship tied. There's a Championship side is going to be in the semi-final. Then it's Burnley, a Premier League team, against Bournemouth, Championship team. Then it's all Premier League tie between Fulham and Portsmouth, which I feel we can come through. Then it's Leicester City against either Cardiff or Peterborough United, who are actually playing today. Tomorrow, sorry. So there you go. I mean, I don't know about this, but I'm thinking there's a real chance for us to go and try and get our first piece of silverware of this save. Not first, obviously, in Portsmouth history. And actually, this is a year that I think we could win the FA Cup. I genuinely am setting my sights on winning the FA Cup now. I'm taking it very seriously. I think a win against Fulham is doable away from home. Then a semi-final against any of those sides on a neutral ground I would take. Literally any of them. Fulham are probably one of the better sides in this tournament left. I would take any of the rest of them. And then a final against any of the rest of them. I think if we can overcome Fulham, I think we will win the FA Cup. That is my little prediction there. So we have Bayer Leverkusen today, and that's a massive thing. We've completely forgotten all about the Champions League, but we're back now. And so this is how they're going to be looking to line up in theory. In fact, I'll show you properly on the... they're playing a 2-striker system. We are away, so I'm going to go with our 2 defensive midfielder system because that just seems to work. But we are going to go on standard, not counter. So Millington, Musonda, Lucarelli, of course, because Wallace is still a little bit worse for wear. I had to play them in that that game. Santos, Gomez and Ivančić there, Taylor, Gray, Lopez Sousa and Marcelo. So all is well on that front. Jack Watmore's pissed at me because I don't want to let him leave. I don't know, I get a bit sick of talking to them, to be honest. 1 minute they want to... Oh, Kenneth McAvoy, he's the most irritating one of the lot. All the uproar about giving him a new contract. Finally did it last year. I haven't given him another one. Jesus. And yeah, so then he decides that... what was it he decides? Oh, that's right. He decides that he wants to leave because he's not getting enough game time, so I'm like, whatever. Then I offer him to clubs. Nobody comes in for him. I say, go on then, talk to clubs, see if you can get someone to sign. Comes to the end of January, and now he's trying to piss off the entire team because I didn't let him leave, even though I did everything I could. Usually they just go, I see you did everything you could, but he has decided not to, and it's really upsetting the squad harmony in some respects. I had some real problems with that earlier in this month. So let's get into this then. That's the system I'm going. Just to point out, the reason that I've not been using this more is because the formation side is still horrifically awkward, and it's going to take a pre-season training to get that one right up to scratch. But I'm thinking it's going to work nicely for us, don't you? So let's get into this then. They're the favourites, of course. I think over 2 legs, probably in the home leg more, we could do enough. It's just a question of what kind of luck we get with the way things are going, and I'm worried. I'm very worried. So let's just see. They're going to go with Brandt, Archer, or Arse. Let's just, Ramon Arse. Son Heung-min, who is a pacey ass bastard. Oh, he's not so pacey anymore, but he's 30. I know he's pacey on FIFA. Lars Bender, Leven Öztunali. Oh no, real player. My bad. Wow, they've got Serge is it Serge? Yeah, Gnabry. Interesting. Wow, £26 million. Medaglia, Sude, Manalas, Wendell, and a guy called... Is that Timo Horn? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, he's from FC Cologne, isn't he? Zila, Stark, Carmona, Morata. Is Alvaro Morata? Yes, it is. Interesting. Hubner, Babic, who I believe is some of you will recognise from my. Oh no, it's a different. He's not. He's a regen. He's German as well. And I'm just going to call him Donis. I would sit here and try and work out his name, but hopefully he won't come on and know what I have to say it. So, sorry about that. People wanted to see what Leverkusen's team was like, so I want to go through it in a little bit more detail. So, distance, sort out me instructions. I've got to remember to make it on standard. We're not going to do counter-attacking football against them. There's no point. We're just as good, so we're going to go on standard. I might even turn it to control if things start to go badly, or better. Right, let's go. Basically, my plan here is to try and keep ourselves tight at the back by having essentially six defensive players. Thankfully, Tony Ivancic can play. He got a 2-match suspension in the league, so that's why he didn't feature in either of our league games this month. The hope is that we can keep it tight at the back, and in theory, try and nick ourselves a goal at the other end. A 1-0 win here would just make me the happiest man on the planet, really. Well, that's a bit over the top, but in terms of Football Manager, I'd be pretty damn pleased with it. A 0-0 draw wouldn't even be the worst result, but I'd like to see a score here. And I think if it's 0-0 in the second half, I might just push up a little bit just to try and nick something. Although set pieces could also... Oh, Millington, what a header! It is Bayer Leverkusen 0, Portsmouth 1, and Norman Millington with his 30th goal of the season. What a header! They've been the better side so far, let's make no mistakes about that. Santos is ball in, Millington running in from afar, and that is an absolute beauty of a header. And that's our away goal. Oh, Norman Millington, he is having the month of his life again. Like, he dips out of form every now and then, but he's hit it. Oh, no. Alright, no. There are worse players to get injured right now. At least it'll stop him complaining about first-team football. Also, I know I talked about him not getting first-team football a little while ago, and some people were saying like he wants a proper run in the team, not just 4 or 5 games. But in between him asking me and him telling me the promise was broken, there was only 4 or 5 games, so I couldn't have started him anymore because there wasn't any more games. So for me, that's stupid. If you start him in every single game, how can they still complain when the only way that you could have started them more is if there were more matches? It's frustrating. So first substitution of the night had to be used, but it's on Jed Wallace of all people. So getting him on, and he's been an absolute hero in Europe for us this season. So there are worse players to have to bring on. I'd like to think that that's a good pass up, and Musonda was nicely advanced, but he's not really. Oh, Manolas is going to go. He's gone. He's gone. Leverkusen are down to 10 men here. Yep. Manolas has been shown the second yellow card. I've turned into Sean Connery. I don't know why. When there's an accomplished cross of the ball, well, I'm going to make changes at half-time. I don't want to jump to conclusions just yet, because I think if we could win, if we can get another goal, well, we win here, and it's I'd say we're in the bag, but there's all kinds of things that can still happen. I might go a little bit more attacking in the second period, although I'm still tempted to stick with what we've got regarding our defensive midfield setup. I'm not entirely sure yet. Santos, there's going to be more space in that defence though, that's for sure. Musonda, he's going to go for goal here. Charlie Musonda, and it's a good save from Timo Horn. We're 1-0 up here in Germany. Millington has the goal. They've got oh no, we've got an extra man. Don't you dare let them equalise here. Oh, well done. Vega keeps it out, and that should take us to half-time. Add a goal up, and this could be an absolutely masterful performance. Right. Second half, we're against 10 men now. They are going to come at us because they'll have no choice. So what I'm tempted to do, we might get more possession. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best way to tackle this second half. Maybe just go on to control a little bit more and just see if there's anything. I'm going to work the ball into the box. Because there'll be less players, so if we can drag them around a little bit. I was going to change the system and go for a little bit more attacking, but I think the best thing we can do here is try to stop them from scoring as well, and just try and pick off goals rather than trying to flash, just flash at them. Well, Millington's through here, and another good chance for Portsmouth there, and I think we'll be able to create plenty just using this system, if I'm honest. We've done this before, looking at a slightly more advanced tactic. Now, Gray with the header and over the bar, and yeah, this is what I mean. We're starting to look a lot better now. And I think those stats by the end of the game should actually probably be in our favour because they're going to struggle. They'll be expecting us to come out and attack them, and that's not what we're going to do. We're going to try and just sit and absorb any pressure they can throw at us with their 10 men. Santos infield here, back to Millington, in for Robert Gray. Oh, it's cleared. Another big chance for Portsmouth there. And it's starting to really flow our way now. But a second goal would be nice, I must say. I might go for it late on. It just depends. Like, I'd be happy with a 1-0 win, but a 2-0 win would be absolutely, for me, insurmountable. Like, genuinely, they'd have to well, they'd have to firstly beat us at Fratton Park, which I'd say is very, very much of a long shot to begin with. But they'd also have to beat us by, well, essentially 3 goals. Millington again here. Pulls it back for Santos. Wallace. Musonda. Oh, my God. The chances are... and well covered by Lopez Souza. The chances are all coming our way now. And first... oh, no. I'm going to hold off till 70 to make the sub because obviously we have made a substitution already in this game. Right, so who are we going to bring on? Who are we going to bring on? Musonda's a little bit... Actually, I'm going to bring on Peralta to play slightly more advanced. He can really thread a ball through. He can thread a ball through when he's in that position. So I'm going to just see what happens when we push him further up. I think we deserve a second goal here. But at the same time, I also don't want to risk conceding in order to get said second goal. Because at the moment, we're looking just delightful as far as defence goes. You know, with less men than us, they're now playing against the defensive system. And I think it's going to be... Go on, Gomez. No, he should have done better there, mate. Should have done better. But that's my point. They've just not got enough... Oh, don't tell me a long shot. That's it. Win that ball. All right, don't worry, don't worry. Don't do anything stupid now, though. Don't do anything stupid now. Oh, you know when you feel like they're about to do something mighty, mighty stupid? That was one of those moments. Peralta now. Can he pick a pass? He's got Millington through. Millington right. Oh, he's gone wide for Santos. Santos to shoot. Oh, it's at the post. Is there anything we can do to score in this game? Like, we've got lucky with them getting down to 10 men, but we need to get a second goal now, I'm thinking, because... oh, we've had so many chances to score that second goal. I'm going to bring on Burrell to get a little bit more pace, and he's done okay for us in Europe when he's been called upon. I don't really like to substitute Norm because he normally just has so much in him. I'm going to just say push forward for these last few minutes here. It's going to be my advice, just to see if we can nick one in the latter stages here. We deserve the win. It looks like we are going to get it. It's going to be only 1-0, but hell, you know, a 1-0 win away from home at Bayer Leverkusen in the first leg is not a bad result at all. And for me, it gives us a real good chance in the return leg, frankly. It's a real good opportunity for us to get through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So we could be doing okay this year. The league form has dipped a little, but I'm hoping we can pick that back up again as the season draws on. So, in the next episode, of course, we will be returning after those 3 league games to do the... well, sorry, 4. We've actually got 4 games in between. So you'll actually know by the start of the next episode if we're in the FA Cup semi-final too. So we've got, Everton, Southampton, Burnley, Fulham. Those are all 4 winnable games for us now. And we need to try and win all 4 of those. And then Leverkusen. And if you actually look, our next 2 league games after that, Leicester and Cardiff as well. Some more winnable games for us, and I'm hoping that can propel us back up the league now. So, if you like what you're seeing, please drop a like on the episode, and if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and Red Star Belgrade in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock, and I will see you guys in the next episode for the second leg against Bayer Leverkusen. Bye-bye.